I'm not sure what these UV batteries are made out of, but it almost looks like an oil spill in there. It's got all different rainbow colours. Huh? Crazy. Hello everybody and welcome to today's vlog. Now today we are back at the pond. It has rained, as you can see on the lily pad leaves over there. It has rained for a good few hours to the point where the pond is kind of overflowing. Now, as you saw on the last vlog, we actually did a water test, and we've also put some proper foam into the bucket to be able to filter all that is needed of the pond water. However, it is still full of algae, and the one thing that we were told we needed is a bulb, a Phillips bulb, which is a UV bulb to be able to cure the water. So this is our next step in pond clearance, seeing whether or not the bulb that needs to go in there is actually going to help clear the water up. Oh, fingers crossed. We have just turned the electric off, and so now we are waiting for this to filter through. William, are you going to bring it up out and let's have a look at the pond filter? Ooh, now we've had this for about 3 years, as you could possibly see from one of our vlogs. 3 years ago we had to update our pond because it all broke. Now that looks yucky, to say that we're filtering all of this stuff as well. Ew, yeah. That looks like all that needs a good rinse out. And we've got to try and find out exactly where the bulb lives. And that is yuck. Ew. Yeah, all of that needs a darn good rinse out. That is filthy. Oh, job number one. Do you want to get the hose on that and give it a good squish out? So I'm guessing in there is where the bulb is. Oh yes, it does say that is where the bulb is. So somehow we've got to take that off. Oh, that's a good idea. Give it a good squishy squish. All of that's filthy, isn't it? Look at this. It says it needs locking or unlocking. And that, if you can see there, there's a lock and an unlock. So to unlock it, it needs to be in that direction where this needs to turn. I'm not sure I'm the one that's strong enough to be able to do this. Maybe we need to take the hose off it. Should we take the hose off it first? That's probably a good idea, isn't it? Oh, it's awkward. There we go. And then that should move, but it doesn't. Oh dear me. Right, we might have to get a towel on this and work it dry, because with wet hands that is not going anywhere. There it is. It looks like it's held on, this cap here, by a little Phillips screwdriver, so we're just going to get the hose on it again and just give it a nice rinse off. Should we actually put it on first and see whether or not on, if it lights up? That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? Let's do that. Let's have a look if we turn it on, whether or not it lights up. So the electricity should be coming through, and there is absolutely nothing happening there. So it looks like we'll have to turn it back off again and then change the bulb. There we go, that one little screw there, and we'll have to keep that on the table for safekeeping. That can probably come out by your fingers now. No, being a stubborn one. Now, here, do you want to pass that to me? We'll pop that over there on the table. should lift the whole cap off. Might be a screw. There we go. Yep, definitely a screw. Try and keep this as dry as possible. That seems to be stuck. Just pull in the end. I think we need that metal bit for the top. Yes, we do.
Looks like it's blown, look.
It does look like it's blown. It's black in there. That looks awful. Right, if you can take that out. Excellent. I think you need the metal seal.
Can you hold that?
I can hold that. You need the metal seal from there to put on the new bulb. Like so. To fit in. Lovely. And then you need the top bit. Its little hat. Perfect. And then let me just place this down so that you can put a little bit of force on it, but not too much, so that that pops in place with the seal. Putting it all together as tight as possible, hoping that this will help make it work. Tight, 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 tight. Screw as tight as you can. Hope that that makes it work. Perfect.
You've got screw.
Screw is there. Now the tester, once that's in, let's go back in the house and turn it on and see if that makes it work. That bulb was about £13 and nothing. It is not working. So we are going to have to put that in there now and see whether or not there's something in there that helps it to work, and it maybe doesn't work unless it's all connected. But if not, we're going to have to go back to the shop. What a pain! And miraculously, as soon as it's all together, the blue lights come up. That's amazing. So we now do have a proper UV filter on our pond. We just need to put it all back together again now and then watch the pond water turn clear. That's brilliant news. Right, where's the rest of it? All back together again. Excellent. And so as you can see for the UV light shows through there, or should show through there, and so that's got a little hole there, so we should always see if the UV light's working. Perfect. It's now all back together again with the lovely blue light shining. That is great. So we're going to put that as central into the middle of the pond as possible. Ooh, there we go. That's it. And just let it sink gently. Brilliant. That is about where it was before. And slowly, with the pump starting again, bring that back up to the surface.
Coming out dirtier.
It is coming out dirtier. That's not fair, is it? There we go. And we've got that pump now working. Let's see. Oh, lovely. So let's check in a couple of days and see whether or not anything is working with this. I'm a little concerned because there's ripples at the top here, which means that there's water coming out of the top of the pump, and
there's
it
also
shouldn't
water
be.
coming out there, yeah.
There is water coming out of there, but it should all be coming out of there. But never mind, let's leave it to do its thing. Now it's got the UV bulb and we'll check back in a couple of days. Oh, that was actually quite hard work. I'll edit all the hard work out, but that was hard work. I'm not sure what these UV batteries are made out of, but it almost looks like an oil spill in there. It's got all different rainbow colours. Huh? Crazy. It's been 5 days now since we changed the UV bulb, and I've got to say there's not much of a difference in the quality of the water. There is an improvement, but it's not a big one. So here we go. This is the water at the moment. I've just popped some little nuggets in for the fish to feed on. They're the ones that if they don't eat within 5 minutes we do take out, which we did in our previous video. But here is the quality of the water now. As you can see, that is so much better. It is a million times better than when we first started this. Oh, there's a fish now coming up to say hello. It's loads better, and you can see the fish a lot more clearly as well, and the filter is doing really well. But the quality of the water is still not where we want it to be, because we want to be able to sit out in an evening and actually watch the fish, and unless you put food in, that's really not something that we can do. So what we're going to do is get some green away, which is apparently some chemicals. It's like a powder that you mix in with the water in a watering can and then pour into the pond, and then about 48 hours later the water is supposed to be crystal clear. The powder that you put in is supposed to clump up with all of the algae, which then gets sucked through the filters and then should clear it for good. So that is going to be the next step. So hopefully that will work. Thank you so much for watching. We've got loads more coming, not just about the pond. This is just a recent thing because we didn't want the fish to die. We've got loads more stuff coming up, so please do watch. We upload every Thursday or sooner, so hit that like button and subscribe button if you haven't done already, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye bye.